Now suppose I wanted to evaluate this function at 2. The direct way of doing it would be to go 2 to the 5th plus 3 times 2 to the 3rd minus 4 and evaluate the function. Just use your calculator and figure this out. But of course, the point of this exercise in your homework assignment is not to just find the value of the function, but to better understand how the remainder theorem works. Now suppose we want to evaluate the function at x equals 2, then what we do is divide the polynomial with x minus 2. And writing it down as f of x equals x minus 2 times q of x plus a remainder of r. If we are dividing a function, a polynomial function, by a linear term that is of degree 1, which is x minus 2, then the remainder is 1 degree less. So that would be a constant. So if I had to evaluate the function at 2, I would plug in a 2, so that would be a 2 minus 2 is equal to 0 times q of x. So 0 times whatever is going to be 0. So the value of the function, so that doesn't really count. So the value of the function is 2, at 2 is just equal to the remainder. So the quickest way of doing division by x minus 2 is using synthetic division. So I'm going to go 2, since x minus 2 is what I want to divide by. I change the sign of the number, and the process of synthetic division is going to use a 2. Now here I'm going to write down the coefficients of each of the terms. So that would be 1, 0, 3, 0, 0, negative 4. So now I bring the 1 down, multiply the 2 with the 1 and write it here. So I get a 2, add to get a 2. 2 times 2 is 4. I write it down here. 4 plus 3 is 7. Multiply the 7 with 2 and write it here. So that would be 14. 14 plus 0 is 14. And I do the multiplication. So 2 times 14 is 28. Bring this down and you get 28. 28 times 2 is 56. So I write it here. 56 minus 4 is 52. So the remainder is 52. Now let's just see if this is correct. Let's plug in a 2 into the function. I get 32 minus 8 3s are 24 minus 4. Sorry, that should have been a plus, not a minus. So 32 plus 24 minus 4 is equal to 52. So the values are the same. So our division is correct. So f of 2 is equal to, f of x is equal to x minus 2 times, let's use these numbers, since the degree of the equation of the polynomial function is 5 and I'm dividing by a linear, so I divide by x to the 1, so that should be the 1 is the coefficient of x to the 4th. It has to be 1 degree less, so plus 2 x cubed plus 7 x squared plus 14x plus 28. So the remainder is 52. So when I plug in a 2, I get a 0. These two together, the 0 here times this becomes a 0 plus 52, which is 54.